Welcome to my channel, Arbor. This is the first time that I am going live, so if there are any technical difficulties, I'm really sorry about that. Let me see if I can zoom in. Like, I don't know how this works at all. It doesn't look like I can. So, I don't, I don't know if this is upside down, if you guys can see this. Let me just see what the deal is. Okay. Looks like there is one person in here. Let me see. What happened here? Live chat. Okay, I'm gonna give a little bit of time for people to get here. I did send out messages. I think I'm gonna grab my computer really quickly and just send out, let people know that I am live. Um, just 1 second, and I'll do that. Also, I'll be able to see your chats a little bit better if I have my computer set up also. How many people are in here? Oh, just one. Let's see here. Okay, we have 2 people. Okay. Just a couple minutes and just wait for more people to show up, and then I will start. I'm also going to just send out some messages on Facebook. Let me see if I can quickly send the link. We have one person here. Okay, let's see. Where's the link? How do I get this link? How do I get this link? Share. There we go. Copy. Okay. Post. And we got, oh, we got 2 people. Hi, everyone. I'm just sending out just a couple of reminders. Bruce. Okay, just another couple minutes and we'll get started. Okay. Okay, again, guys, this is like the first time I went live, so this is like a learning curve for me too. Okay, so I'm gonna put my computer to the side. And we have 2 people watching. That's great. Anybody who comes to watch, I'm very happy about. So I'm sorry. This has been a long time coming. I've been really, really sick for like the last 4 days, and found out that I had COVID. So I'm just resting now. And what better time to go live, and what better time to get some coloring done where I have to isolate myself anyway, and I can't be around people. So it's all good. So let's get started. We are going to actually start by reviewing the Kalour 72-piece premium colored pencil set. This I got on Amazon, was received on Amazon. It was, I believe it was $20. There's good and bad. Today was the first time I really had a chance to work with them. What I will say, and this really aggravates me, it aggravates me a lot. These are far from, and they are not, expert or artist quality pencils, not even close. Artist quality pencils have light fastness. They have light fast ratings from a light fast company. There are 2 major testings that companies go through. This has no proof of that. In fact, there are no budget pencils at all that are artist grade. I'm sorry. There is one that I consider to be on the low end of artist grade, and that would be the Arteza Expert. And the reason why I say that is because they do actually have real light fast ratings from the most common light fast company testing. So they have proved that they are light fast. And I would put them, like I said, at the lower end of the artist grade spectrum, but they are. These are far from it. It really bothers me when companies do this, when companies pull this on people, because at the end of the day, people don't know. A lot of people don't know. They think they're getting these artist grade pencils and blah, 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 and they're not. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. The only really time that you need to have an artist grade expensive pencil is if you're going to be selling your work. And really that's about it. To use in coloring books, that's fine. That's your choice. But you don't really need an artist grade pencil for coloring books. So anyway, this is the Kalour 72-piece set. The tin is very, very difficult to open. So I'm going to do my best that I can here. Okay, so when they came as most pencils, other than like really high quality pencils, they came in a really, really, really strange order. that annoys me. And even on the top of the tin, where a lot of, like, let's say Castle Arts, Arteza, had everything in really odd order, but on the inside tin, they had them in like more of a rainbow order. This doesn't even have that. So I had to go through and fix the pencils, which is fine. So you have quite a few yellows that goes into the oranges, like orangey yellows. This is actually an interesting color. This is ginger yellow. I actually like that. This is one of the pencils that actually is messed up a little bit. We'll get into that a little bit. Quite a few reds. We have some oranges. This is a azalea pink going into your pinks, magentas, orchids getting into your pale purples and your regular purples. The next tray has your last of your violets, your blues, quite a few greens. Anyone who knows me knows I absolutely love green. I use a lot of greens in my work. And then on the bottom tray is the rest of your greens. This was a color right here that I know where else to put. Sakura, not even sure exactly what that is. Then you have quite a few browns, which I'm actually really happy about because a lot of the smaller sets, 72 sets, don't give you a lot in the way of browns, but these guys did. And also, they gave quite a few grays for a 72 sets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 grays, which actually is pretty good for a set of 72. It really is. Then you have your white and your black, and here is like the cool thing. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 metallics. So you're getting a metallic purple or violet, a metallic cyan blue. You're getting metallic orange, metallic teal, metallic silver, metallic red, and metallic gold. Now, from what I understand, the bigger set has like 15 metallics. That's just a really cool extra. I really enjoy that. All right, so let's talk about the not so good. Some of these did come with broken leads. 3 of them came with a broken lead. 2 of them were okay when they were sharpened. 1 is absolutely not okay. But at the end of the day, if 1 pencil out of 72 in a budget set is a little messed up, I can deal with that. That's this one here. That's the ginger yellow. But I have a special sharpener that I can use for things like this. It came in with my Stabilo Carbotello, what do you call that? Pastel pencils. And it's a very, very light sharpener because those are very, very soft. So let's take a look at the pencil, at one of the pencils here. Let's look at cadmium red. So you see here on the barrel of the pencil, you have the name. You have these stars, which I have no idea what they're about. You have the number, which for this one is 025, and then the name, the Kalour, with these little stripes here. And that's it. These actually look like and kind of remind me of just the look of the Arteza Expert. I know that when these originally came out, they didn't have this end cap, and a lot of people were having a lot of issues with breakage and sharpening, and it was because the centers were off core, or the cores were off center. Now it's funny because they so much want to be Prismas, and they are kind of like Prismas in a bad way. They're kind of like Prismas in the way that they're off center and they break. But on the other hand, I've only had those breakages with those 2. Now again, I've only been working with them for a few hours. I wanted to make sure I worked with them a little bit before I came up and went live because I just didn't want to come in blindly. I wanted to be able to give you some information. Okay, so those are the pencils, and we are going to actually use them today to do part 5 of our series, Sherlock Gnomes. And today we are going to, I don't want to do anything really big today, just because, this is my first time going live, and I'm not sure how this is going to come out and all of that. So I think what we're going to do today is Sherlock and Dr. Watson. That should be fairly easy to do. Now, what I have noticed about these pencils is, and this is a really good part of them, they blend really, really well, and they layer even better than they blend. I find that layering them, I was getting beautiful color. The white pencil works really well to blend also. All right, so let's get started. Let's do, like we've been doing, let's do Sherlock's hat. And for Sherlock's hat, let's give him a green hat this time. And I'm going to layer some colors together. And for this, we're going to layer these 3 colors. Our darkest color is forest green. Our mid-tone is spring green. And our light color is yellowish green. So I want to get started dark to light, not light to dark. So I'm going to get started, and we're just going to do a light layer over the whole hat, okay? Again, I'm holding my pencil pretty far back so that I'm not going heavy and I get a nice even layer. You can tell that as soon as I put the pencil down to the paper, you can see the pigment already, which is really, really nice. They are nicely pigmented. If you have questions or comments or anything, feel free to put it in the live chat. I have the live chat running on my computer so I can see it. Okay, then we're going to come in with our mid-tone, which is spring green. Also, if you have these pencils, let me know what you think of them. Also, I was able, when I was using a Johanna Basford book before here, a page in, I want to say it's the forest one, Enchanted Forest. And I've been using that page as a test page for different pencils. And I was able to get, believe it or not, which is a huge, huge, huge thing for budget pencil, I was able to get 21 layers down. Usually that's unheard of. Okay, we're going in with our lightest green, yellowish green, and right over the top. Like that. Sorry guys, my nose is running. I'm sorry, that's really gross, but I'm trying to not do it. Alright, so now I'm going to go backwards. So we had the yellowish green, now we're going to go in with the spring green. Still very light. And then our dark tone, which is forest green. And still, like I said, very light. The next couple of passes, we're going to go a bit darker, just to kind of get this all filled in and get the white of the paper out of our way. But the three colors together blend really, really well. So again, I'm going to start, we're going to start again with the dark tone forest green. And now we're going to go in a bit harder. Not hard, but more of a medium pressure. Because we're going to try and get this all the white of the paper gone. We are going to use the white pencil just so I can show you how that works. The white pencil in this set is really, really good. Okay, now with our mid-tone, again, is spring green. And finally our light, which is yellowish green, right over the top of everything else. I mean, I'm not going to put 31 layers on here. It would just take too long in a live video. But I can show you, actually, I will show you towards the end of the video how that looks. Okay, so let's take out the white pencil so I can show you how that blends. And this is the white, call number is 204. And we're just going to come in and let the white blend all those colors together and get rid of the white space. And I'm not pushing down hard right now because I may want to add a little extra dark to this, but I just want to kind of get it. Yeah. I'm going to add one more layer of the forest green, and we're going to go a little bit darker. You might have to push a little bit harder just because there is that white pencil there. But when I go over it with the white pencil again, it will even it all out. Okay, let's go back in with the white pencil. The color is actually pretty nice. I don't know how well you can see it, but the color is really quite nice. Has a lot of different, you can see the different shades of green. That's always a huge plus. So let me just put those back. Okay, so the next part we're going to do on Sherlock is, okay, let's try to do the skin tone. This set doesn't have a specific thing called skin tone. I don't know. Let me see what this Sephora looks like. You know what? Sakura actually could probably be the skin tone. And we're going to try that. Sakura 051. I'm going to go very, very lightly. Oh, yeah, that's pretty good for a skin tone. Okay. I'm still going to go really lightly. Build up that color. Because I don't want it to be like dark, dark, and then it looks ridiculous. And yeah, it's starting to show up now. I think you guys can see it on camera, I'm not sure. But it is pretty light, and it is a skin tone color. I don't think I've ever heard of the color before, but it's actually nice. And whoever's been watching my Sherlock Holmes videos knows that I always forget to do the ear. Well, here we go. I'm doing the ear right now. So I don't forget to do that later. Every time I've done these videos, at the very end of the video, I'm like, oops, forgot the ear. Okay, let's go down to his hands here. If you notice, I turned my pencil at different times. That's just to help to keep each part of the pencil sharp, each area. It just helps. It helps also so that we don't have to sharpen it as much. And that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so next we have just a little piece of his hair hanging out. I think I'm just going to use coffee for that little piece of hair he's got hanging out. Coffee is 182. That's a nice brown color. It's a really nice brown color. The colors and the pigments in these pencils are beautiful. And when we're done here, I will let you know whether or not I think it's worth buying or whether or not, you should spend your money on it. Okay, so now we have, you know what? We did the magnifying glass last time in black, or is it gray? I can't remember. You know what? Let me do a dark gray for the magnifying glass, and then I'm going to go in with the metallic blue, and I'll show you what I'm going to do there. All right, so with this, I'm going to shade and fade. So down here is going to be dark because there's going to be a shadow here. So here, I'm going to make it dark, letting up on the pressure, and the same thing on this side. So it'll give us a little bit of a shine. So we're just going pretty dark, As we get up towards this way, we're going to start to fade it until there's basically nothing right there. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. As we start to get up here, we're starting to fade it out. And there. Okay, so now we're going to take the metallic cyan blue, and I'm just going to gently, in a diagonal direction, just kind of fill this a little bit with the blue, very lightly. It gives us the illusion that, you know, there's a little bit of light coming through, and okay. And you know what? No, I'll leave that one. Okay, so now the next thing we have is his jacket here. We've done his coat in a few different ways. We've done it in blue, we've done it in red. So let's see, what would we like to do it in now? We have greens. Let's see. And we have that patch there, so like last time. So you know what? Let's do his coat in blues. Okay, so I'm going to use three blues. We are going to use the darkest blue is ink blue. That's 095. Then we have blue, 084 as our midtone, and peacock blue, 075 as our lightest one. So I want to start, I'm going to do light to dark this time. So here is going to be darker, his collar, than the rest of his coat here. We'll take care of this patch later. So right now, again, I'm just going to lightly put this in, fill in the color. And this one here is, again, peacock blue. It's a pretty color, actually. It's a really nice color. And I'm just going to go twice over this, especially because this is going to be darker. Okay. And we're going to just lightly do the rest of this coat. Again, you see my hand is further back on the pencil, so it keeps me from pressing down hard. Also helps to give me a, excuse me, a light even layer. Helps me to avoid any blotchy areas that can sometimes happen. All right, so that's the first layer. Now we're going to go in with regular blue. And again, we want this collar to be darker, so we're going to give 2 layers on this collar. And look how nicely it just so nicely layers right over that other blue. And again, this is just cheap copy paper. This isn't anything, this is not any like great paper by any means, but it allows me to do a lot. Okay, and we're going to again make another pass. Okay, and then we're going to just, again, like I said, very light layer over the rest of the coat. Sorry, guys. And we are going to go in now with the darkest tone, which is ink blue. I mean, these colors layer beautifully over each other. They really do. I don't know how well you're seeing it on camera. Well, I can see it on camera here on my computer that's next to me. It looks like you can see it pretty well. I'm sorry, I did not realize it was going to be upside down. Again, I've never went live, so I had no idea. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go backwards. So this is the dark color. We're going to go in with the mid-tone again, which is the blue. So we're just going to go over this with the blue again. Circular motions too to help hide your pencil strokes. So far everything's very, very, very light, so it's a little harder to hide the strokes when you're going light like that, but we're going to fix that in a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to go in, excuse me, with our lightest tone, Peacock Blue, and we're going to try to blend it a bit. We're going to push down a bit harder with this one because I want to try to blend it a little bit and also try to get rid of the white paper, the white of the paper, um, as much as I can before I go in with the white pencil. And this will also be a good test to see if it's going to break on me. If, by kind of burnishing this, if the pencil's going to break on me. I hope not. I really hope not. So far, so good. And we have quite a bit of pigment on this paper right now. Okay, let's go with the white pencil. Did I put the white pencil away? Okay, right. No, where's the white pencil? What do you do with the white pencil? Oh, right here. Okay, so white pencil 204. And we're just going to come in and we are going to do our best to blend this out. Try to get rid of the white of the paper as much as we can. The white pencil's working pretty well. I'm actually fairly impressed with it. Although if I had more time, we could layer and layer and layer and layer and layer and it would be that much better. But it's not bad. If we're doing it pretty quickly, it's not bad at all. Okay. All right, so the next thing is the patch here. Now, the last time when I did the patch, I did it in a few different colors. They were in browns, so I am going to do it in browns, but I'm going to do it in browns and I think in ochre also. So I'm going to keep this coffee because I thought it was pretty nice. I'm going to grab the ochre, and you know what? I think I'm going to grab that ginger, and let's see if it stays okay because that's a pencil I've had a problem with. But let's see what happens. All right, so we've got ginger yellow 041 as our lightest. Ochre 183 as our midtone, and coffee 182 as our darkest color. I'm going to start with the yellow, ginger yellow, and hope that it doesn't break on me. Okay, it's working pretty well, thankfully. It is really a nice color. It really is an interesting color. Okay, we're going to go in with ochre now. You can see how it just lays right on top of the other color really well. Layers really, really well. And we're going to go in with coffee, our darkest color. I think this color combination is pretty good for like that kind of old-fashioned patch. Okay, so now we're going to go backwards, and then we're going to go in with the ochre. And then finally, we're going to go in with ginger yellow. Okay, and let's grab the white pencil and see how it works with that. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. All right, so at this point, I think I'm going to end the live. I don't want to go too much later, and also I'm going to have to redo this fifth one because it looks like it's upside down. So I'll leave this as the fifth beginning, and then I'll do 5B or number 6 to do Dr. Watson. So those of you that have been here, I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time to be here and support my channel and support me, and also to be so understanding of the fact that this is my first time going live and I really had no idea what I was doing. So anyway, guys, I hope everyone's having a great day or night when you're watching this, and happy coloring.